Welcome back to another exciting build video. My name's Nick with Dubia.com, and today we have the 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot V3 Reptile Habitat. I am excited to share this with you. Let's go ahead and unbox and get to building. First things first, we need to unbox everything. We're going to carefully take out each piece and lay it out onto a clean, flat surface. This keeps everything nice and organized and ready to go. It's also a really great way to double check to make sure all of our parts are here before we start our build. Now, you will need something to cut with. Razor blade works great. You want to start off by cutting the yellow safety straps around the box, and then the tape in the front and the rear of the box. Moving on to the 4 corners of the safety bumpers, you want to cut in between the middle of the upper and lower bumper all the way around all 4 corners. Once you have everything cut, you can peel the box open just like this. Ta-da! Let's move on to getting all of this out of the box and onto the table. Great, now we have everything out on the table. Let's take a moment and familiarize ourselves with everything we're going to be building with. We have our screen top. We have 2 glass panels for the sliding doors up front. We have our rear panel down here on the bottom. We have 2 vertical bars for the rear of the habitat. We have our 2 jointed bars that will be connected to our logo bar for the front of the habitat. We have a baggie with the handles for the glass doors. We have a baggie with our Allen key and new Allen bolts to put everything together. So we can take this rubber mallet, get rid of that. We have 2 cable ports that will be installed to the 2 side panels of the habitat. Our substrate panel, last but not least, the base panel. Now, let's jump into the next step. Right on into the next step. It's time to remove all of the protective coverings off of the sliding glass doors, the rear panel, the 2 side panels, along with the substrate panel, and then finishing off with the base panel. Now, it's really important to remove this film so it doesn't interfere with the assembly. Plus, it makes everything look very clean and polished right from the start. This can take a couple minutes, so let me save you some time. Moving on to the next step where we're actually going to start building our new habitat. There's a few things here on the table. I have our logo bar here in the center. I have both of our jointed bars for the front of the habitat. Now on the jointed bar, you will see that there is a short section and a long section. The short section is going to the bottom of the habitat, with the long coming up towards the top where the screen top will be. Now, with the V3, we have no more mallet. Remember, we have our Allen key. Inside of the Allen key bag, you will find 2 sizes of bolts. We will have a long bolt and a couple of short bolts. For this first step, we want both of the long bolts while we are putting together this first assembly. We're going to take the jointed bars. We're going to just slide them in to the logo bar. It can be a little tricky. If you need to give it a little bit of a tap, you can. Sometimes it can help actually putting it down on the ground and just sliding it just like that. Put that there. Put this side on. Let's get it lined up just perfectly. There we go. Tap it down. Now, we're going to take our Allen key and bolt, take the bolt, put it through the jointed bar, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Just like that. We have secured that side. Let's do the same over here. Now it's important to use the Allen key in this and don't use a power tool. You can strip the bolts and mess up the plastic, and we do not want that. So make sure that you're using the hand tool included and not over torquing the bolts. Just like that, the first frame's assembled. Moving right along into the next step, and it's time to actually start building this habitat. Now, we're going to install our substrate panel along with that first frame and our 2 vertical rear bars. Very easy to do. We will take our substrate panel here, line this up into the track on the front. We'll sit down just like that. Great. We'll take our first assembly, bring this right on top, making sure that the substrate bar fits down the grooves and fits perfectly in the top Then you can wiggle it around to make sure both of the vertical posts sit nice and flush in the corner. Then we can come around front here, taking our Allen tool here, and we will scoot the corner off just a little bit. Take our bolt, we're gonna come up underneath this. Take your time, be patient. There it goes. Scoot that back. Move on to the other side here. We'll pull the corner off so we can reach to the bottom. Take one of our bolts here, come up from the bottom. Awesome, just like that, we have the substrate panel and the first assembly installed. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this so we can see the back half, so we can install the rear vertical bars. Great, now I have the habitat turned around. We can install the rear vertical bars. We will take our vertical bar, set it on the corner, just like that. Now it can balance itself if you find the right spot, just like that. Now, we want to bring this corner off the table, just like that. Be patient, take your time. Perfect. Let's move on to the other side. Pull the corner out so you have access to it. Balance that rear vertical bar right there. Grab our bolt. Great. And just like that, the rear vertical bars are installed. Let's move on to the next step. Time to install the side and rear panels to the habitat. Now, the side panels will have a pre-drilled hole for cable management. Personal preference for myself at least is I like to have the hole to the upper rear of the habitat. You can orientate them however you wish, but it's very easy to install. I'm going to put the hole to the rear and upper of the habitat, line them up in the tracks in the two vertical bars, slide it right down, make sure it fits in the track at the bottom. Same thing for the other side. Orientate the hole, start down the track, bring it all the way down to the bottom, making sure it falls right in line. There we go. Just like that. Now the rear panel. Slides right down into the track at the bottom. Boom. Just like that, let's move on to the next step.
Before we continue this build, I wanted to take a moment and show you these two pieces I have right here. These are your cable ports. These two ports will be installed on both side panels, allowing you to run cables and access the power for inside of the enclosure. We're gonna take this and we're gonna turn it to the right to open it. You will see all of the holes exposed, and you can pull this out just like that. We're gonna take our power cord, insert it through, seat it into one of the grooves at the bottom, put it in the middle, I like the middle, just like that. We'll place this on top with it seated and turn to lock it into place, just like that, no problem. Now, be mindful, if you do have this open all the way to the right, it does have the ability to pop off really easy. So sometimes you just need to make sure that you do close it after using it because you don't want for any of your pets to escape. Make sure it's secure. All right, we're gonna take a quick look at the hardware that actually gets installed for the sliding glass doors on the front. What we have is our two screws. We have two plastic washers, one gasket, and then the handle. The way this works is we will put in the screw into the washer. There will be the glass in between right here. Then you will have your gasket attached to your handle, and then you will screw all that together as one assembly. As you do so, you want to make sure not to use a drill. You want to use a hand tool for this. You can over tighten the screws and shatter your glass, and that's not good. We don't want that. So use a hand tool and make sure that you do not over tighten or over torque the screws.
Great, easy installation. We're going to take our cable management port and take the fixed side and insert it from the outside of the habitat, taking the O-ring to secure it from the inside of the habitat. Go ahead and twist it down. Make sure to give it a final good snug twist to make sure it's there. Same thing for the other side. We have the thicker portion of the cable port going in from the outside of the habitat, taking the O-ring from the inside of the habitat, gently finding its threads. There we go. Make sure you twist and secure. Great, moving into the next step, it's time to install our screen top. Now, on the screen top, there will be a sticker that says this is the back. So we orientate that towards the back, which allows the 2 tracks in the front for the sliding glass doors. So, lay this on the top here. Now, we want to align all 4 corners along with the side and rear panel. And be a little bit finicky. Just take your time, don't force it. Let's see. There's one. Do this one. There's 2. Where are you at? There we go. There's 3 and 4. Perfect. Now we have 4 of our small Allen bolts. We're going to drop them down the corners on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now using our Allen tool, just tighten up the bolts. One. 2. 3. And last but not least, 4. Boom. Great, let's move on to the next step. Great, it's time to move on into the next step. It is time to install our handles onto the sliding glass doors for the front. There's a few things I have up here. I have the handle itself, a rubber gasket, 2 of our bolts, and 2 plastic washers. This is really easy to do. We're gonna take our 2 plastic washers, push that down through the hole. There we go, both of them. Now we're gonna do the same thing with our bolts. Push that one down through the hole like that. This one right there. Great. Now, be patient with this. You take the rubber gasket and line it up over the holes. Nice and easy. Take your time. There's 1. There's 2. Then you can take the Phillips head screwdriver that is on the Allen tool to tighten these down. We don't want to use a power tool for this. That can over tighten the bolts and crack the glass, and that's not good. There's 1 and 2. Just like that. Now, install the handle on the other piece of glass and we'll go in and install them. Great, moving on into the next step. It is time to install our glass to the front of the Habitat. Now, we want to start on the right-hand side and on the second track in the rear. This will give us the space and opportunity to install the other door. So, we're going to take our door with the handle pointing towards the outside, find the rear track, just like that, tilt it back, find its home, make sure it slides. Perfect, now let's do the same for the other side here. Taking the handle on the outside, we're gonna find the front track this time. Find its home, drop it down, make sure it slides, and just like that, sliding glass doors are installed. The last thing I want to show you about this build is our pin lock. This pin lock is just going to go ahead and squeeze right between the 2 glass doors, rotate back towards you, drop down. And now our doors are perfectly secure and locked. Great, just like that, our brand new 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot V3 Reptile Habitat is complete, even without the single swing of a rubber mallet. Now, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding this build or any of our others, please reach out to our customer support team over at Dubia.com. Until our next build, this was Nick with Dubia.com.